Today we analyze amazing combinational game of the genius American chess player Paul Morphy. He was the strongest in Europe and America in the middle of 19th century. Game was played in the Italian Theatre of Opera in Paris. Duke Charles, Brunswick, and Earl Isouard were the rivals of Paul Morphy. Game started with moves e4, e5, knight f3, d6, Philidor Defence. d4 the best answer in this position. White immediately create the pressure in the center. Bishop g4. This move is a mistake. Right here is capture of a pawn. E takes d, knight takes d4, and knight f6. After the move in the game, white force opponent to take a knight. Bishop g4, d takes e, and black is forced take a knight by bishop. Because if they take a pawn, so then queen takes d8, check, king takes d8, knight takes e5. Black is forced step back and white has an extra pawn. Let's go back in the game, as we found out after bishop g4 followed d takes e and bishop takes f3, forced taking a knight. Queen takes f3, d takes e and bishop c4. White without delay attack point f7. Knight f6 defense and queen b3 again attacks point f7 and a second blow to the b7 pawn. After match third, Duke and Earl plays queen e7 with the idea of exchange of queens, and this move here the strongest. Much weaker queen d7 because queen takes b7, bishop c5 and queen takes a8. White has an extra rook. Let's go back to the move in the game. Queen e7, knight c3. We can be put exclamation point to this move. Morphy demonstrates one of the fundamental opening rules, the fastest development of pieces. Of course, he can win a pawn by queen takes b7, queen b4, queen takes b4, bishop takes b4 check, bishop d2, bishop takes d2, knight takes d2, and white has an extra pawn and have a chance to win endgame. But it is too delayed game. Besides, the world would have lost an excellent combination that Paul Morphy conducted in this game. Let's go back to the move knight c3. c6. Black protect point b7. Bishop g5, tying a knight, b5. It is black back that leads to the genius combination that implemented Morphy. White move knight takes b5. Stronger for black here queen c7, or better yet knight a6 with idea knight c5. But black played b5. It is followed to the knight sacrifice, knight takes b5. C takes b and bishop takes b5 check. White sacrificed knight for two pawns, bearing in mind that black's king not left the center and castle in short side. It is still impossible because it interferes with dark squared bishop. Knight b d7, defending from check, and long castling. Morphy followed basic opening rule, the fastest development, and enters into the game already heavy pieces. Look, rook on open line d and entered the game. Rook d8 and rook takes d7, rook sacrifice. Rook takes d7 and rook d1. Second rook output on the file d, queen e7, black want to get rid of ligaments and protect rook on d7. But it goes on another great sacrifice, bishop takes on d7. And after knight takes d7, queen sacrifice, queen b8 check. We see a cascade of sacrifices. which is crowned below the strongest chess piece. Black takes the queen and final blow go on. Rook d8 checkmate. I remind once again that in this game Paul Morphy showed how the opening rule, the fastest development, affects the outcome of the game. Of course, put like this game, like genius chess player. Subscribe to our channel and a lot of interesting awaits you further. See you!